Joyful, everyday, beautiful people. Joyful, all things beautiful people. It is mine truly and yours, maybe Sierra Clark. I sent this invite out to some people. We will see if they are joining us today. If not, no, without further ado, I decided that even if nobody was going to start this journey, that I was going to start this journey, right? And yeah, and so here we are again, journeying through life. My first book is A Journey to a Better Me, finding Sierra. And so, with what I didn't know is what was all happening. And what I'm discovering is that I still don't know. But that I get to experience um, so much as I find out. And if you are listening, if you are live with me, thank you. If you're going to watch this on the pre-record, then thank you. If you are going to share this, also I want to say thank you. Again, because the thing that I figured out is being successful, and it's not about being independent. It's about you being able to lean and depend on other people. And I think I figured that out. And so, yeah, so if you are joining me today, thank you for joining with me. And we are live here. So this is really to just come in to like to recruit who wants to journey with me, right? Like I want to be like Dora the Explorer. Who wants to explore with me? But not explore other things, not explore what happened somewhere else, but exploring yourself, right? How often do we really take the time out to get to know us? And that is what I realized. That's what it all has boiled down to, right? And so um, this is a time to be intentional. I am calling this the freedom journey, and only because we just had Independence Day, and just I don't know, it was different. Like I spent most of it just internally, really dialoguing with myself for the most part. And so I realized that I've declared some inner dependence within myself, right? And so why I do pretty much all that I do is to not only to keep me encouraged, but to be an empowerment for other people, right? And so on this Independence Day, I think it was Mr. Edmund, Mister period Edmund is what I call him. But he made a post, and this was about his family's business, which is a black-owned business that's been in St. Petersburg since I can remember. Like I remember going here with snotty nose and barefoot going to the store. The store was up the street from my house, up the street from my grandmother's house. But he made a post and was just talking about the independence. And so I realized that I too had declared some interdependence in the last year. Is that I was no longer going to be inner dependent, inner, right? So, because a lot of most about what you consider your life to be your best life is about something outside of you. And when or if that thing does not happen, you tend to think that something's wrong with you, right? And so, don't feel that way. Don't feel that way. And so, if you're watching this again, if you're either live with us or you're going to watch this on a replay, then I have a assignment that I created, co-created, and that I would like to share with you. So, if you're interested in doing this, then let me know. I'll send you the link to the Transformation Academy Playhouse, and that is where you can find the worksheet to do, right. So nevertheless, I want to encourage us, but more so, I really am encouraging me This is really, in spite of what it looks, this might just look like another live. This might just look like another thing to do. But this is a cry for help. This is a stance on being interdependent. This is a stance on getting out of my way. This is an opportunity to help myself, to allow myself to become a better version of myself. That's what this is. And so that's what this journey is all about. So here, this is to tap in with other people who might be like I was, sick and tired of the people pleasing, sick and tired of the MUS. And the MUS is the made up stuff, right? I created a space that we can play towards our strengths. I created a space that allow us to journey down the path that the world does not often um, applaud us to do, right? And that is the road that is the road less traveled is usually the one to oneself. Yeah, oh, you know the tea about other people business. You got this, you did this for them, you did that for that. But what have you done for you? Right? How how much have you gone out the way to ensure that you intentionally live the life that you desire, right? A lot of us got the zeros in the bank account. A lot of us got the, and not most of us, right? Some of us have reached the point to where the zeros, we got the zeros in the bank account and we got more bathrooms than we do got bedrooms. So yes, you arrived at that state, right? But does the success show not just in your bank account, right? Do you look as good as your bank account? Because a lot of us looking to reap the zeros in our bank account, but you can't even help a person in the grocery store line. That's, listen, and that's why I'm all right with it taking me so long to get to the top, if you want to say that, right? I'm kind of all right with taking the scenic route. So if you want to journey with me on the scenic route, because I realize taking this scenic route not only makes the journey worthwhile, but it makes it even awesome because now I get to learn things about me too, right? How much of you know all these things about the person you dating, but you don't even know about you? You don't really know you, and so your love is starting to feel like damage, right? Journey with me. It's 33 days that is going to take you to places that you never even thought you knew about you. You're going to find out things about yourself that you didn't even know that you needed to know because you think you know it all, right? You think you finally arrived, right? And yeah, you might know it all, but Mr. Fletcher says that he wants to be a lifetime learner. That's Jack Fletcher. So he wants to be a lifetime learner. I want to be a lifetime learner. I never want to think that I know it all, that I forget to continue to learn. I want to take intentional different routes that will take me to maybe the same place because I realize that even though you figured out the way to success, it has now even become boring to you. Some adult people, which blows my mind, but not here for passing judgment, but it does blow my mind to know that so many adult people be like, I'm bored. When our brain is our strongest muscle. So now I encourage the youth to know that this is the best internet. This is the best movie. This is the best game that you could play, right? Because once you have understood yourself, you can definitely live out the life to your fullest potential. Right. Think about it. So let's just say you had a hammer, right? Say you got a hammer and you don't know how to use the hammer. So with the hammer, you're trying to pick your teeth with it. Can you imagine trying to pick your teeth with the hammer? Right? And then you would probably laugh at somebody if you see them trying to pick their teeth with the hammer. And you're probably gonna be like, hey, what is you doing? They're gonna be like, I'm picking my teeth. But you're gonna think that that's silly. And that's sometimes how we look when we don't even know how to love ourselves because here we're using a thing that we're saying is love, but we don't even know how to use it. And so with other people, it feels like damage or it looks silly because we don't even have the knowledge of the thing that we want to use. So it will behoove us to get to know us, right? It would behoove you to get to know you. You are your common denominator to everything that you are, everything that you not, everything that you want to attract, and whatever it is that you want to let go. It's you. And I realize that we can't see that sometimes that the issue is us. So I've created a space that won't only allow us to come together to collaborate. So therefore we're bigger, badder, and better together, but that you also get to know you. Yeah. And then you'll get to know you. And then once you get to know you, you'll understand your behavior and how to communicate healthy from this now new understanding, which would allow you to now disrupt expired language, which will allow you to tame outdated cycles, right? And then you can transform into being a better version of yourself. Yeah. So journey with me. This is just an invitation to see who wants to journey with me. And so again, thank you to those who are joining us live and who will watch the replay. So if you are interested in um, the worksheet that I have that can go along with today's invitation, then put down in the comments transformation, and I'll be sure that you get it right. It'll take you over to the Transformation Academy Playhouse, where you'll then have access to this worksheet, and then there with you and all the transformation and all the rest of those amazing individuals who have decided to transform their life from the inside out, right? Transform your life from the inside out. That means your business and your life. Because who cares if you do good business, but you mean and nasty to your spouse? Who cares if you do good business and you don't think showing up at the parent PTA meeting is important? I'm just saying, I don't want you to just have the money in your bank account, but yet you don't even know how to communicate with people. Could you not even imagine? My homegirl Emily will tell you, you cannot even imagine those people who got all the money and got the 10 and the 8 figures that we're designing. They don't even know how to communicate with people. Like, they got nasty attitudes. Ain't no way you making that kind of money and you got a nasty attitude. Having big money don't come with a nasty attitude. Being a 10-figure, 8-figure individual don't come with a nasty attitude. It should actually come with a humble spirit, because you actually know what it took for you to even get to where you got. That's all I'm saying. So journey with me. This is an invitation for you to journey with me. Come along and ride on this fantastic voyage. Hey, hey, hey. So many of you might have heard me say plenty of times before that a better you equals a better me. And again, I mentioned before that this was a cry for help. And maybe because I smile, and maybe because of whatever, you might don't think that this is a cry for help. But I'm going to say it again, that this is a cry for help, to ensure that I don't sleep on me, to ensure that I use the gifts that God created me. And I'm holding me in this space to hold you in this space, because I too want you to live out your greatness in all areas of your life, right? I don't want you to just the money to be shown inside a bank account, but you got a nasty attitude. I want you to be great on the stage and off the stage. I want you to be great on the field and off the field, right? Your success should just not show up in your bank account. And if someone didn't know you to be who it is that your city or your followers know you to be, that your mission of who you say, that your business is after, they could see that in you from the encounter with you. And so I also help people write books, right? I help people live their story. But what I also tell them is that you are the story, right? People aren't just buying books just to buy books. They're buying books because they are supporting you. They're buying books because that they believe in you. So whatever you put inside these pages, you absolutely should be able to practice what you preach. You absolutely should be able to live out what it is that you have people paying you for. That's all I'm saying. And so I want to show y'all that I'm not just offering y'all something, right? I'm letting you know that my stuff works. Like LaDonna Butler said it in the Healing While Black thing last year, that our strategies work. Our strategies work. The things that we have come up and we figured out what to do, and even in the worstest of worst times, right? We figure out things. We figure out how to still be able to survive and to thrive more so, right? And so our strategies work. And so I want you to see that I believe in even my strategy, that while I am now in the need of the very thing that I supply. And so here I am here to take myself on this 33 journey to a better version of myself, because I realize that it's now time for another version of myself. Yeah, and so that's the thing about it, that you arrived at the top and you forgot that there's a top on top of that top. You arrived at a place and now you won't even strive for anything better, bigger, or better. You arrive at the place where now it gives you the money that you need, where you don't feel like you robbing Peter to pay Paul, but yet you're still miserable. Yet you got all of this, but yet you lay down not feeling good enough. That's because you lost you in the process. You went to go get all the likes, but you lost you and you forgot how to like you. You were looking for all the followers, but you forgot to follow you. You forgot to follow your own strategy that works. You forgot to follow your own method that helps people and be empowered. Listen, your strategies work, but are you using your own stuff? Are you addicted to your own medicine? Right? I'm just saying. So I'm inviting you to go with me 33 days. Come go with me to a place where you've never gone before, right? Journey with me to discovering a better version of yourself. So I'm gonna read just some stuff so you can kind of know what it is that we're gonna do here. So it's a 33-day opportunity. So 33 days, that's a little over 4 weeks. So it's 33 days, period. 33 days. And so we'll meet on a Sunday at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock will be our meetup time. We'll meet each Sunday. So we'll meet the initial Sunday. I'm gonna set a official date, which is gonna be really soon, because I'm really ready to help myself. Right, I'm really ready to get out of my way. Because yeah, I'm really ready to get out of my way. And so this is why you transformation is a constant journey. It's a second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day thing that you get the opportunity to do. And what I realized a little while ago is that sometimes we have become victim to our own strategy. Because the moment that you realize that what you've decided to do is not working, or what you decided to do is not allowing you to grow, or you feel like it's keeping you stagnant, or maybe you outgrow what you were growing with, if you don't allow yourself to effectively move and shift even in those spaces, then now you are becoming a hindrance to yourself. Yeah. And so just an example, and I'll tell you this. So this was really funny. And so I'm going to tell you the more recent one, because it has happened several times that I've come aware that even sometimes I'm the issue, and even my own success, that I'm my issue in even in manifesting the dreams that I desire. And so here you go. So so this is funny. But where I was gonna go, it was me and Mama Duke. I needed to get somewhere. And where I parked the car was kind of like this weird space. And so some of you don't know, but I got this thing about walking on sidewalks. Like I got a thing about not walking on the grass. Like if it's not the sidewalk. So if you pay attention to me, usually I'm walking like around, so I don't walk on the grass. So there was some time that I was trying to like save. So I was like, I would get to the car faster if I walked across the grass. And it was like I couldn't walk across the grass because I just got this thing about not walking across the grass. But right now, it would have made sense to walk across the grass. And I almost, because of the thing that I made up in my mind to why I can't walk across the grass. I almost allow myself to take the long way around, which would have just pushed back everything else that needed to happen. Only because I wasn't able to shape shift or bend to what now was needed for this situation that was needed. Many of us said we were gonna be loyal to things that we now see that does not no longer require our loyalty, or that we can no longer be loyal to due to because we have grown in a position and it now requires us to be more loyal over here, right? And so um but don't be at your demise because you agreed to be loyal to that, but you realize in this situation, you being loyal in this situation does not benefit you. Loyalty should come at a benefit, not just who to whom you are loyal to, but also the person who's deciding to be loyal. So don't let your loyalty be your demise, is my point. And some of us has agreed to be loyal to people and friendships and situations that we're outgrown. And now it's causing you more strife and more grief to hold on to that than it is to let go. And yet you won't let go because, oh, I said I was gonna be. But again, if it's not growing you, if it's not helping you, then why still be loyal to it? Then allow yourself an opportunity to shift it so that you can now truly be loyal to it if that's what you want to do. But if it's not offering you what you need to do, then why remain loyal to something that was is not helping you in this very moment? And so my loyalty to not walking on the grass was not helping me in this situation. And I had the opportunity to change that in that very situation. And so this is what I realized that sometimes that I don't allow myself to do. And so I'm going on this journey to finding me, right? I'm going on this continued journey to finding myself because I've fallen in love with the art of transformation. Yeah, I've fallen in love with the beauty of being able to grow from all things. And I realize what I love the most is that who I am when I do this with other people. And so I absolutely am creating an autonomous space that allows me to co-create what it is that not only that I love, but what I also need. So yeah, and so I'm doing that in three different ways. Finding yourself is the first way that you can do that because I now know that finding you is the most valuable thing that you can do for you. Being able to facilitate you in the highest, most superlative way always is the best gift you can give anything, any person that it is that you want to love. Giving them the best version of you is the best love that you can give them. But you get that by loving you. And so again, this is about a 33-day journey to your inner self. Get to know you. What have you done for you lately? Ooh, yeah. So yeah, what have you done for you lately? Many of you don't know that I like singing. I'll sing in a moment. I sing because it's a space for me to just release, honestly. Like it's a place that comes without judgment and comes without expectations of even myself, right? I realize that I put expectations on me due to how I even want to love people. And I put expectations on me because I want to show up in a certain way for other people. But I realize like those expectations have me moving in default mode sometimes because I want to be this for that person and really it's not better serving me or it doesn't align with my heart message, then sometimes it feels like it's disappointing to them. And for me, I don't want to disappoint people, but I realize I'm going to disappoint you more, right? I will disappoint you more when you don't allow me to be me. I disappoint those that I love who I think that I'm loving when I'm watering myself down to be what it is that they want me to be. I disappoint them more because they're not really getting the true me. And so here that they think that they've hit the jackpot, but they only have a watered down version of who I am. And so then really what I realize is really when I voice my opinion, when I speak up from that space of who I really am, they're looking at me like, well, where did that come from? And I have to tell them that it's been there the whole time. And oftentimes I've been the liar because they feel like I lied and deceived them because I didn't show up as that person from the beginning. So don't you see, it just behooves you to be your best self at all times from the beginning. But most of us doesn't even know what that means to even give ourselves the opportunity to do that. And so that's what this 33 days is about. This 33 days is about why oh you. It's you. It's you. You are the common denominator. Even in that situation that broke your heart, you played a part in it. In all that you attract and all that you love and all that you will let go, it is you. You. And so check yourself before you continue to wreck yourself. And then you keep blaming it on everybody else as if you didn't play a part in it. I know. I know these are some of the hard things that I be these are some of the hard things. These are some of these self-talks, right? And so yeah, let's see who maybe I can get in on here today and join us, right? Um yeah, so let's see. I send the invite to the dude. So yeah, so nevertheless, this is the invitation for you to join me because I know that a better you equals a better me. And if you feel like a better me equals a better you, then I need you. I need you to ensure that I am hold me accountable to this 33 days. Pull up, pull up. So again, I also know that that's not your responsibility, but it is mine, right? And so it's mine. And I already created a space. I created a space for you that I now realize that I need for me. So I am going to take the opportunity to journey along these 33 days to finding me. A 33 days to my inner strength, of 33 days of changing my narrative, right? A 33 days of just allowing myself to get to know myself outside of the narrative and the expectations of others. Yeah, that's it. And so that's the message. And so again, if you are watching this live or if you are watching this replay and you would like to know more about this 33-day journey, right? This is a 33-day journey to freedom. We are journeying to inner freedom, right? No longer self-sabotage. No longer be the victim of people pleasing. No longer build other people's dreams and leave yours home on a pillow, right? This is about all of that. This is about you finding you. This is about you finding joy in your journey. Because the journey is the journey. The journey is what we're here for, right? We're here for the journey. You are a spirit in this flesh. This flesh, your eyes, your ears, your body parts, your flesh is the vehicle that houses the power. And the power is in the flesh, not the flesh, right? We've made the world $1 billion place by dressing up this outside. It's just like you getting a bad paint job on a car, the baddest rims, right? You did all this to deck this car out and do all that, and yet the car ain't got no engine in it. Somebody tell me, all you scholars and philosophers and the people with the GOAT mindsets, and let me know how far the car is gonna go, no matter how great it looks on the outside, if it don't got an engine in it. Yeah, a lot of us are just dressed up and expensive on the outside, but your insides don't match. And that's why you go to bed at night feeling unfulfilled. Even in those things that you love, you're wondering why you're doing what you love, but they're not coming with the fulfillment that you need for you. Right? 33 days. 33 days. Will you focus on you? For 33 days, can you focus on you? Yeah, are you willing to do that? I'm saying you gave a lot of your time and your energy to so many other people. When is the time that you give the time to you, right? When is the time that you dedicate to yourself? Can you focus on you? Will you journey with me on these 33 days, right? Will you give yourself the opportunity to know something about you that you didn't even know? I promise you that you will find so many outstanding things about you that you will fall in love with you in a way that you didn't love you yesterday. I'm certain. I'm gonna read a little bit and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Um, then I'm gonna let y'all go. Now, this investment is going to come at a cost. Why? Because you spend your money on whatever it is that you want, anyways. So, if you really want this journey, right? If you really want a better version of you, it has to come at some kind of investment or sacrifice, whatever it is that you need to tell yourself. But at some point, it's going to take that, right? At some point, at some point. And so, when would that point be? You get to decide. And maybe you're like me, tired of going around the same mountain. I was tired of going around the same mountain within myself, doing the same thing and expecting something different. Still the definition of insanity, people. That is still the definition of insanity. So if you would love to join me on this 33-day opportunity, please do change. We get to change our perspectives on setbacks instead of seeing them as failures, right? I promise you, the moment you allow yourself to change your perspective, you start seeing things differently. And once you start seeing things differently, your life will then reap a different harvest. Yeah, your life will then reap a different harvest. Don't be like me. I'm telling you, I got a podcast that I'm not active in. I got things that I'm not doing that I've created and I'm not doing, right? And so I'm going to start doing them so you can see that they're worthy of doing them. And when you ask me what it is that I did, I can tell you what it was, right? And thing is that my strategies work. I know they do. I know they do. I do them in my live art workshops. I do them every day because I am this, whether when I'm not on social sites or not. And see, that's the thing. I don't want you to just think it worked because I'm sitting here on the internet telling you that. I want you to meet someone who experienced it, who knows that it works, right? And so, yeah, that's it. So come along and vibe on this fantastic voyage. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna change our perspectives so we can see we're gonna change our perspectives on setbacks instead of seeing failures. We're gonna view them as stepping stones towards growth and self-improvement. Well, I said, well, you got advice for everybody else on how they can improve their business and improve their marriage and improve their relationship and improve how they're raising their kids, but you ain't did no self improvement. But everybody else need improvement, but you don't need no improvement. What I realized is that I wasn't allowing myself to fully improve myself. I wasn't allowing myself really to soak up self development. Right? I'm great in whatever room that people need me to be. But I realize I can also advance in some self development. So I am taking this self development course that I created by me in the spirit, and I'm gonna take it. And I get to have this opportunity in 33 days. It's a 33 days. You give yourself 33 days to focus on you. Listen, them self talks got so real that it was like silly off the Color Purple. How many of y'all saw the Color Purple? How many of y'all remember that? Remember the scene where Silly and Suge was sitting at the table, and Silly jumped up and she pulled the knife off the table and she said, "Until you do right by me, nothing you do will prosper. And that's how my self-talks have started to go. Until you do right by you, nothing you do will prosper. And now that's my message to you. It is now time for you to do right by you. It is now time for you to invest in you. And if you need a cheerleader, I got you. Let's cheer each other on. Let's play towards our strengths. And then let's collaborate and connect on something bigger, badder, and better. That not only that we use to encourage ourselves, but that we can empower the world. Does this sound like 33 days that you would want to take? Does this sound like a 33-day journey that you would love to embark on? If it is, type journey at the bottom, type freedom at the bottom, type put the backpack emoji at the bottom. Let's go exploring. Like Dora the Explorer, Dora and Boots travel. Ain't nothing Dora can't pull out her backpack that can't get her on the other side of something, or that can't help her figure out the situation that you're in. If it's not in your backpack, it might be in the person journeying with your backpack. Come journey, come meet your tribe, come grow your community, come fund your dreams, and more so, come get to know you. It was the best thing that I did. It was the best thing that I could do. Okay, we almost out of time. Self-improvements. And so just as a garden adapts to changing seasons, right? We're much like a tree. And just like a garden and plant life has to adapt, so do we. Life be life and live, and life will kick you when you already down. Life don't care about your feelings. I do, but life don't. Right? But life ain't preparing the place for you to figure out when life starts life and what you can now do to change the narrative. I am. I'm creating a space where we can figure out when life does what it do, that we can come together and we don't feel no waste time, and we don't feel like there's nothing missing and nothing broken. So, um, so just as a garden, we must adapt to the changes and the seasons that come with this life. Can you adapt? Can you adapt? And maybe that's what it is. You're just not adapting. There's nothing wrong with you. Even in your unique abilities, there's nothing wrong with you. We were all designed uniquely and intentionally, and we are supposed to be different from one another. In spite the cookie cutter world that we live in, that try to make us feel like we all got to look alike, and we all got to sound alike, and we all got to read alike. And it all supposed to look alike, but it's not. It's not. It's not. We are. That's for a whole nother thing. Nevertheless, so um, can we adapt to life circumstances? Seek the positive aspects. There's positive aspects hidden within the challenges, and use them as catalysts for personal transformation. You get to use those as catalysts for personal transformation. The thing about the mountain, if the mountain was smooth, we would never be able to climb it. If life was always hunky-dory, you would not appreciate certain things. The rain and the thunderstorms is just as beautiful as the sunshine in the tropical environment. We should appreciate them all the same. You appreciate the good, the bad, and the ugly as much as you do as those things that make you smile and bring your heart joy, right? Appreciating them all the same. We'll wrap it up here. So, this is an opportunity to journey with me, to go on a fantastic voyage. Join me and other individuals who are tired of being in their way. And I'm gonna leave you with one of my quotes, right? Because I like quotes, I like statements that can speak back to me. I like statements that can remind me of what it is that sometimes I'm unable to say, because sometimes I do have stinky thinking. Sometimes my thoughts are not always positive towards me. Who am I that you are mindful of me? That you hear me when I call. Right? That song, right? Hey, who am I that you are thinking of me? Right? Like my thoughts and all are not always positive. And so I like apparel that tells me what it is that I'm always can't say, right? Because I want to be mindful of me at all times, in all situations, even when I'm helping other people. Oftentimes before, I would forget what it is that I need and I want, desire to ensure that other people got what they needed and they wanted and they desired. And that's not the way to go about it. The opportunity should benefit both parties at all times. At all times, even in what we consider a disagreement and not being able to come to a resolution, both parties should be benefiting at all times. So, I'm gonna leave you with this quote. The individual who dares to fall is the person who discovers the opportunity to fly. Thank you for joining the introduction to journeying the journey to freedom. If you're interested in journeying with us on this 33-day journey, come along and ride on this fantastic voyage. Then this opportunity is for you. Are you tired of getting in your way? Wait. Are you tired of self-sabotage? Are you tired of the oops upside your head? Here we go again. Scrub the ground, round and round we go. Motion of life, motion of business, motion of partnership. It's time for you to see a different perspective, and even in that thing that you love. Because sometimes when you just see it one way, you tend to not appreciate what it is that you even love. And sometimes that's us, right? Sometimes we're so busy looking outward that we forget to look inward. Your only way out is in. Your only way to loving what it is that you truly want to love where it doesn't feel like damage is understanding you. The journey to oneself is usually the one less traveled. Don't be don't be that victim anymore. Decide whether you're going to be the victim or the victor in your life's journey. Thank you for joining Transformation Academy.